Have you ever done something around your cat and a normal thing and they just look at you as though you've lost your mind? That's because your cat isn't being dramatic. Your cat genuinely doesn't understand what you're doing. Today I'm breaking down some common behaviours that we do that our cat's totally misunderstood, and it will help you understand that your cat isn't being dramatic and how these misunderstandings can cause stress, frustration and even anxiety. And that's for the cat, not for you. What about when you pick your cat up? When you pick your cat up, you obviously have the best intentions and you're being affectionate. But very often your cat is thinking, well, I didn't ask for this. I didn't anticipate this. How can I get away? I don't feel safe. I've now had my flight reflex taken away from me. Cats rely heavily on being in control of their own autonomy, and when you pick a cat up you remove one of their innate functions to be able to flee, and that can make them feel really insecure and unsafe. And this is why when you pick a cat up, some cats will wriggle or get angry or feel really agitated. It's because their instinct survival has now kicked in. And if you want your cat to tolerate handling better, then always seek permission first if you can. Always don't just scoop them up. Literally, offer the finger to see if you can then stroke them, and then as you go down the back, support the bottom, bringing your hand underneath the forelegs and actually bring them to you, so at least they feel safe and supported. Keep these interactions to a minimum, and then gently place your cat down and then stroke them and reward them. And then this will actually build trust with your cat, because your cat will anticipate that, okay, I know what happens when the hand goes down my back and cups my bottom under my tail. I know it isn't going to last for very long, and they'll certainly feel reassured, and you can build on that. And if you always think that consent matters way more to a cat than the cuddles matter to us, not so much to the cat. What about when you use a laser pointer? You use a laser pointer to a cat. It's a prey that never dies. It can't be caught. There's no reward. There's no manipulation in the mouth. It just leads to frustration for the cat. It's not innate behaviour. Their hunting instinct is triggered, but it never ends successfully. It never ends with a win. And that isn't what cats are programmed to do. They're programmed to hunt, catch, kill and eat. And if you're using a laser pointer all the time, this can actually cause redirected aggression and certainly stress for the cat. If you want to use a laser pointer, think about ending it on something malleable that the cat can grasp in its mouth. Something like a kicker, that you end it on there and then the cat can pounce on it, and it's a win for the cat, and this just mitigates any frustration. And this type of closure is really important for the feline emotional regulation. When you groom or when you trim a cat's nails, you know that you're doing it to provide good welfare standards. But for the cat, again, you're restraining them and you're taking away their autonomy to be able to flee. And then restraint plus a novelty of either a brush or nail clippers, that can actually trigger the feline brain to make them feel unsafe. And that's why when you're trimming a cat's nails, their actions can escalate really, really quickly, and you could end up getting injured. And it isn't stubbornness, it is just fear. So you have to mitigate this by training. So literally start off by having your cat on your knee, but with their consent, of course, and just generally get them used to a massage, maybe just a few seconds to begin with, and then you can literally practice popping out the claw, but don't do anything. And then consider just doing one claw at a time, and then lots and lots of praise, and let your cat go. And again, it reinforces to the cat that it's not going to be a long process. It's literally one snip and they're gone. So if you pair grooming with treats, maybe a lick mat or something, lots of praise and short interactions, this is going to build the cat's trust and confidence in the process. And how about when you pack a suitcase? Very often the cat will notice that the suitcase is there and it's something different in their environment. If you brought it down from the loft or the back of a wardrobe, it's going to smell different and the cat's going to be curious. Some cats might be alarmed by this strange looking object, others may want to investigate and jump in it. Cats are very attracted to scent, but they also rely on predictability of their routine. So just like bringing a cat carrier out of nowhere, it can disrupt the cat's predictability in their environment. Some cats will be able to sense that you're about to leave. You'll have anticipation and maybe anxiety, even if you may not be aware of it, but you'll be thinking, oh, have I done this job? Have I done that job? And your cats will pick up on that, your emotions as well. And so when the suitcase comes out, that's very often paired with your heightened emotions, and the cat will put the two together very, very quickly. But if you are leaving your cat, then avoid the emotional goodbyes. Just make sure that it's short and sweet, and trust the process of who you've got looking after your cat. Calm exits and calm arrivals always help soothe cats. So which one of these surprised you the most, of the most common behaviours that we do that maybe cats don't interpret how we think they do? Drop them in the comments.